You mother...
Chelsea is our name.
Right, guys, so the game's just... It was PSG 5, Chelsea 2. And I don't really know what else I can say, to be honest, on that game. I don't even want to talk. I am fuming. What was that display? That was absolutely terrible. I think that the game was too open. I think we invited pressure every time we got the ball. Instead of on the half turn going forward, half turn going back, looking for that back pass all the time. When the ball was being played out on the wing, there was two men up the end of the wing, waiting for the ball to come when there's like three players in front of them, instead of one of them back into the middle of the park to give them a diagonal option, just a pass, just so they can open up into the middle of the pitch. I think we absolutely capitulated. Pedro Neto was lucky not to be sent off. I mean, that would have just finished us off, wouldn't it? Another game where we're down to 10 men. Don't know why I bother sometimes, man. I really don't. Why we bother? You know, getting all excited for the game today, thinking, you know, my prediction 3-2. I mean, it was almost right. It was a high-scoring game, but it was not a game that I think Chelsea can come away and be proud of. I think even if it finished, say, 4-2, you know, or 3-2 to PSG, even if it finished 3-3, or whatever, if Chelsea even got a win, I don't even know. I still would not be happy. We bought Philip Jorgensen in goal just so we could use him for his feet. Well, that turned out quite well, didn't it? Because they could have had at least 2 or 3 goals just by his misplaced passes. And I mean, they did on one of them. And you see right at the end, I think Jorgensen tried playing a ball which was just too straight and almost gave him a goal. I think they were offside. And there's Enzo Fernandez in the middle of the park absolutely barking at him, which he should be as well. And I bet Robert Sanchez is sitting there on a bench and he's thinking, you took me out for that. Yeah, I don't know. We've given ourselves too much to do. We have given ourselves too much to do at the bridge, I think, next week. And you know what is really annoying as well is that the fact that PSG get a weekend off because the French league have said, yeah, that's fine. You have the weekend off. We'll move the league game just so you can be ready for Chelsea next week. Well, I'll tell you what, they could even have played the game on the weekend coming up and they still would be fine because now it's 5-2 and a massive game at the bridge, which I don't think we're going to turn around at all. I am absolutely fuming. I think no one played well today. No one. Pedro Neto, okay, he does well for a goal, but he gets on my nerves. His arms are flailing around. He looks so unhappy. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. And there's a few times where the ball could have come over to him, but other players to go over to the right-hand side instead, which, what does that say? Does that say that they don't like playing with him? They don't trust him? They don't want to give him the ball because he won't do much? Every player on that pitch today was poor, was really poor. Reece James didn't have a good game, and normally games in the middle of the park, he is man of the match, really. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. There was nothing about that game that was great today, and I hated the fact that that game was so open as well, because what Chelsea wanted to do was try and invite a little bit of a press, always have the ball at the back. I mean, the defence. I mean, when that ball is with the defence, or when they're trying to play it around, it honestly gives me the shakes. Like, I do not trust that back line at all. And yes, I am involving Marc Cucurella in that. I am involving Malo Gusto in that as well. All of them. I think Marc Cucurella has been way off it for quite a while, actually. He's not really being that type of player that's that solid left back that we've come to know and love. Oh, man. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And then we take off Coman and João Pedro and we bring on Liam Delap and Lavia. Why? Okay, if you take Cole Palmer off, bring on Liam Delap, put João Pedro out wide a little bit. Keep João Pedro on the pitch. Keep at least one of them on the pitch, because one of them can make a difference. Palmer, I mean, everyone was just not great tonight. I hated that. And also the fact I was sitting here watching the game and there were so many opportunities. There was so much space on that pitch today. That pitch looked absolutely huge. That pitch was more wide open than Bonnie Blue's legs. It was so open. We could have exploited so much, but then PSG, they exploited. They exploited so much. They had so much space. And you look for their, what was it, their second goal, from Cole Palmer's shot, come back out. There was just so much space. It was a really poor effort today. I don't know. I mean, literally the final whistle's just gone, so I can't really think who I can pin this on. I don't know whether I can pin this on the players or whether I can pin this on Liam Rosenior. We don't know what his message was to the players. I mean, if we're looking at the game plan, if they followed his game plan from what he's told them, then boy, yeah, that ain't gonna get you anything there, mate. And then Kvaratskhelia comes on and he just goes and bangs in two. I mean, his first goal was just, yeah, that was just, no one's going to save that. But I think the question's been answered whether we would have rather had Jorgensen in goal or Sanchez. I mean, off of that display, you'd rather have had Sanchez, but then you don't know how Sanchez would have played today. And also, Jorgensen coming in, who's going to get the blame for that? Liam Rosenior is. So he's going to have to take that on the chin. And he's going to have to come out in the press conference after and explain himself and explain what he was thinking towards that game. I said looking at the subs bench as well, we didn't have anyone really on there that's going to come on and affect anything. So basically, you're going to, after the 60th minute, if any subs are going to be made, it's just going to be depleted. Like, players are going to come on and no one's going to excite you. No one's going to get you off your feet. No one's going to get you thinking that, oh, there could be a goal here because someone's coming on. Kvaratskhelia, when he came on, I thought, oh, here we go. And that's the type of player that we need. And this is why in my last video yesterday, I said about we need to go out. Well, I asked you actually whether we need to go out and we need to buy 4 or 5 players that's going to help us deepen this squad. Instead of going out and buying 12 potential 17, 18, even 15-year-olds that we can loan out and then bring back a couple of years later. No, we need it for the here and now. Because we cannot keep going season by season. Just not going anywhere further. Like, we reached a high at the end of last season and we've done nothing with it. I don't know. I think I said this earlier on someone else's stream actually. Last season, I think we had a better bench. Renato Vega, he was on the bench. We didn't see too much of him, but he was pretty decent. Keenan Dewsbury Hall always came on and done a job. Christopher Nkunku, he was able to come on and give us a lot more than what any of these subs are giving us. I think we had so much more depth that we could bring on to try and make an impact. A name that you could bring off the bench and think something could be done here. I mean, Christopher Nkunku last season, when we were away at Anfield, he came on and he went out onto the left wing and Nicholas Jackson was up front. Now, personally, I would have changed that around the other way, but still, he come on and he gave the Liverpool defenders some questions and did play Nicholas Jackson through, and he was unlucky a couple of times. But them sort of players, man, we don't have because we've gone and got too many youngsters, and now we've gone, right, we need to get rid of some players now, so let's just get rid of them and get some more money. This is all Blue Co's about. This is all they're about is money. They want to try and make the team okay and ticking over as long as they can get their money in the bank. That's all they care about. And they also only care about players getting minutes so they can keep their money price up to a decent level. They can say, well, this player's 20 mil. He's played 15 games this season, roughly about 20 minutes. He's come on and done a job, and it's like, okay, yeah, 50 mil, that's all right. That's all they care about. This squad is not good enough. This squad is also not good enough to go back to Stamford Bridge and go and get a result unless something mental happens, which we have seen before at Stamford Bridge. But I don't see that team and I don't see that squad going back to Stamford Bridge and getting anything at all. I was so looking forward to this game. I really thought that we would go and put it on them big time. And we didn't at all. As I say, it was so open. It was so safe. You think you want to... Chelsea were trying to play around. Like, go forward a bit, turn back, pass back. The last place I want that ball is with the defence. I'm sorry, but it's the last place I want the ball. And then when it goes back to Jorgensen, I'm worrying like I did for Sanchez when he first joined us and for the last couple of seasons. And you do not want that against a PSG side, which could easily rip you apart. Now, yeah, PSG haven't been great lately, but didn't show tonight. I mean, Dembele, he put in a great shift and he's only just come back from injury. And he got, I think, 70 minutes in the tank. Barcola, he scored today. That was his first goal in 11 matches. He's finally found his shooting boots and decided to score and turn up today. And really, we didn't give their goalkeeper anything really, apart from to pick 2 goals up out the back of the net. And then Liam Delap comes on. He goes down the right wing. Takes 2 looks over. There's players free. Oh no, I'm going to go for a shot with my right foot, and completely fluffs it. I mean, that guy's not going to come on in a big game and have his mindset in the right place to try and play for the team. He's coming on because his minutes are limited and he needs to do something to even try and get in to the starting 11. It was just all a big mess. It was all a big mess. Now, the starting lineup, I think on X, on YouTube, I think we all had the same start. And we did put Neto in there for reasons with Hakimi and stuff like that. But the one we was never sure about was the goalkeeper. And Jorgensen came in, and tonight he wasn't good enough. I doubt that Sanchez would have come in and would have been any different, really, apart from maybe a couple of things. But you just never know because Sanchez didn't play tonight. But what did you think of the lineup? Was you expecting anything different at all? Do you think we're going to get anything at the bridge next week? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think we'll try, but I think the more we try at Stamford Bridge, I think they'll catch us out on the counter, and I think they'll punish us, and then they'll sit back and hold it. The only good thing is that the pitch is smaller, so it'd be interesting to see how they play and how they set up with us at the bridge. Also, we've got a big game on Saturday at home. Now, what's today? Wednesday, so it'll be a late one tonight, and then they'll travel back tomorrow, probably get home and rest, and they'll only have Friday to train, and then we're back at Stamford Bridge on Saturday. All right, a later kickoff, but still, we haven't got much of a turnaround before this game against Newcastle, which is another important game, which most of them players on the pitch tonight are going to have to go out and play, because I can't have any of them sub, especially the defence. I can't have any of them going into the game on Saturday, because we need to win that game, because Man United and Aston Villa play each other on Sunday, and one of them are going to drop points, or if not both, because they might draw, and we need Chelsea to get one up and get 3 points. And then we can have a couple of days and turn our attentions to PSG. But PSG are fine because they got the weekend off. Honestly, I don't think this has been set up well for us at all at Stamford Bridge. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit like and subscribe. And I will be doing a review for the Newcastle game, which is coming Saturday evening. So my video will be coming on Friday. I might be dropping a video on Friday morning, depending if there's any news about after the game, any possible dangling of the carrot of any transfers. Now after this game, we might get a few of those from the board just to keep us a little bit happy. But yeah, not happy with this at all. Not happy. All right, take care.